Good morning, everybody. Welcome to New Year's Eve. It's a balmy 16 degrees right now. Oh, that's cold. All right, time to go feed the horses, start cleaning water tanks, figure out what fun-filled activities we have to do today. Okay, item number 1 on today's checklist. Whoa, don't drop the camera. Feed the horses, done. Now I'm going to run over to our smallest feedlot. It's just about a mile away. Clean the water tanks, make sure we don't have any problems there. On my way to the shop. And here we have our small feedlot right in the corner of our pasture. Just built these pens a couple of years ago. Paint's already wore off the fence line. And then you got Hector over there, Captain Grouchy, in the feed truck. So we clean the tanks every day, once a day. Not too bad. The main reason you want to clean them every day is to make sure there's nothing wrong and nothing really bad in them. Cattle every once in a while have a tendency to poop in their own water tank. Everybody wave hi to Hector. This pin up here, you gotta watch yourself because there's one super friendly one in here somewhere. And he likes to sneak up behind you. When you're cleaning the tank, you'll just turn around and he's just right there. We were trying to get a sick one out the other day. He about wiped out Cody. We're in the pen trying to direct them all this way. That guy turned, and it was a cold morning like today, and they get playful when it's cold out. They want to hop around and play, get their body heat up. Man, he goes hopping up to Cody. I thought he was gonna run Cody over. Seeing how he didn't, it was really, really funny. He would have. It would have still been funny. It's not as funny. Then there's this guy. Too cold outside. Found out the easiest way to get this husky to talk is to make him ride in the back of the pickup when it's cold. He'll talk the whole way to the shop. Alright, let's go to the shop, drop him off, and then on to the next item. Alright, just dropped off the co-pilot at the shop. Aaron and Cody are making their way through all the other tanks. So now I get to go do the real fun part of New Year's Eve. Tax stuff. So our accountant has a whole list of stuff for us to do today. Between deposits and depositing checks, writing checks. Yeah, we got a whole laundry list to do today and then a whole laundry list to do on Monday since banks aren't open tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Next day you can do any checks is on Monday. So it's one of those things, farmers do it every year. Well, every business does this every year. You have all kinds of checks and deposits that you do right at the end of the year for tax purposes. Lots of fun, really confusing. That's why you pay an accountant that actually understands it all to tell you what to do. So I'm gonna go write a few checks, fill out deposit slip, go over the ones from Mock Farms with my mom, see what all we got there. Lots and lots of fun. In a little more interesting news than fun-filled tax stuff, we got cattle out on the wheat and alfalfa grazing for the winter now. Not our cattle. I do not want to be a hot wire cowboy. I have zero desire to deal with hot wire. So what this local guy that we do a lot of business throughout the year with, he has his own herd. Guys he works with have their own herd, and then they do a lot of custom management for other ranchers. So what they'll do is they turn around and take all these cattle, find acres for them to graze on over the winter. The person who owns the ground gets money. They get money by charging whoever they're taking care of the cattle for. It's actually a really good system. These these cows, because these are bred cows, they will spend their summers out on grassland and their winters grazing wheat or alfalfa ground. And this year, with wheat in as rough a shape as it is around here, they are searching for acres. That's why they're grazing so much alfalfa this year. They usually don't graze all that much alfalfa, just because there's not the big benefit that there is with the wheat ground. So there is, I could have sworn he said he was going to bring a couple hundred head over. So they just brought them over yesterday afternoon. They will be on a 3/4 pivot right there for a couple of weeks, and then I'm betting they're just going to keep the same herd here and just start rotating through our pivots, because we told them they can have every acre of hay and about a quarter of our wheat, just because the rest of it is either the stuff that got planted late and is real small and immature and we're worried about it getting uprooted and dying, or it's stuff that got planted super early and the ground got really mellow and we're worried if the cattle are on it for any time at all that ground could start to blow. So they're just going to keep rotating through all of our hay fields. I believe this pivot right here is where they're coming next, so by this time next week I bet they're going to start fencing that one off, because they can fence off a half pivot in a day. They've got it down to a science. But with that all being said, I'm going to go into the shop now and see what the plan is for work today. I'm sure it's going to be something real fun and exciting. Alright, so in the shop so far today, we've been working on Hector's pickup, and he's got an extended cab Ford. Unlike all extended cabs, the doors are shaking all crazy. No adjustments at all to be made. The door pins are good, latches all look good, so we kind of drawing a blank on that one. But we did finish rewiring this trailer. So one of the downsides of letting anybody and everybody borrow your trailers whenever they want, they usually come back in less than ideal shape. This one had multiple lights out. The pipe for the ramps was bent all out of whack. The wire harness had been pulled apart and spliced back together in 3 different places. We said, screw it. It's just going to be cheaper and easier to start from scratch. So we did a whole new wire harness, all new trailer brakes, because the trailer brakes weren't working either from the wire harness being tore apart. Fixed the ramp pipe, adding an extension onto the springs, because the way the springs were, whenever you'd fold the ramp down, the spring would turn and knock out a light. Real great design. But like I said, it's all rewired. Fixed our one broken board. We'll see how long it lasts. I give it 2 or 3 trips with somebody and then we'll have problems again. So I'm gonna get this unhooked now and go see what the next fun-filled project is. Before I make my way back to the shop, I thought I'd swing through here, look at the cattle. I haven't seen these guys yet today. But I also wanted to ask you guys, with it being New Year's, what do you want from me this next year? I'm working on some cattle content. Clearly, I joke with my wife, my thoughts on what good videos are and what gets a lot of views are drastically different. My Thunder Creek trailer is still far and away my most popular video when I went to go get it, and that was honestly just a throwaway video. I almost didn't even publish it, and I know it's because Thunder Creek trailers are popular is why it's getting so much traction. But what do you guys want from videos from me? Because I started this channel I think in March, and I've kind of done it where each video is concentrated around a certain thing, you know, baling, swathing, chopping, cattle. But it seems like some of my more popular ones are just when I kind of take the camera along and show the chaos of a random day. So I don't know, what do you guys want? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. I'm gonna head up to the shop. I have a feeling we're just gonna vote to all go home because it's getting close to 11. No point in really starting a new project, but go see what everyone else thinks. But yeah, comment below. Let me know what you want me to do this next year. Just like that, we're calling it a day. It's about 11 o'clock. Got Hector's pickup out, the trailer out. No real point in starting a project today because we're definitely not working tomorrow. Got to show up and feed the cattle and doctor cattle. That's one downside to having cattle is you never really have a day off. You just have short days, long days, and really long days. So tomorrow will be one of them short days. You just show up, feed the cattle, doctor the sick ones, and everyone will go home and recuperate from whatever festivities we have tonight. So yeah, that's our glorious half a day you guys got to see. So with that, make sure you guys like, subscribe. Let's keep the channel growing. A big thank you to all of you. We just hit 200 subscribers. That's pretty cool that 200 people are interested in what I do on a day-to-day basis out here. It's kind of awesome. Let's keep that going. So again, like, subscribe. Talk to you guys with whatever I decide to do in the next video.